Hail the blizzard.
I don't care how I feel. I ignore it. Ignore how you feel.
But what's a great metal band, but with a really horrible band name?
I love the band, but that has got to be one of the dumbest names I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, someone spilled water in my fat bag of weed.
Some bands that are canceled now and shit.
Fuck metal.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Blizzard Reviews. We're getting back into swing of things with new album reviews. But before we get into that, make sure you guys go ahead and follow this channel. Click that subscribe button down below. Turn on notifications. And also, I got merch. So make sure you guys go check out the merch below. Got a limited run of 30 of these shirts. So make sure you go do that. Support me on all my channels and follow me on everything to keep up with everything that I'm doing. Today, we're taking a dive at one of the pioneers of one of the most beloved genres of metal, deathcore. And today we're taking a look at Whitechapel, who today put out their brand new studio album, Hymns of Dissonance, out today, March 7th, via Metal Blade Records. Whitechapel formed in Knoxville, Tennessee in 2006, with the core lineup being vocalist Phil Bozeman, the guitar players Ben Savage, Zachary Householder, and Alex Wade, alongside bassist Gabe Crisp. All been together with the band since 2007, with the exception of the newest member being Brandon Zaki on drums, who's been with the band since 2022. While Hymns is the follow-up to the band's 2020 album Kin, chronologically speaking, this new album is actually a sequel to their 2008 magnum opus, This Is Exile. Thematically speaking, at least, of course. The album follows the story of a cultist who is gathering worthy people to join his cult, and as Phil Bozeman explains, quote, the tracks on the record are the hymns, which represent the 7 deadly sins, beginning with tracks 3 through track 10, with tracks 1 and 2 being the introduction to this cult. We were first introduced to this album with the lead single of Visceral Wretch back in late 2024, which really put the band at the forefront for this being one of the most anticipated releases of 2025. A real true turn to form for the band, something that a lot of fans have been asking for, really much since their last 2 albums, The Valley and Kin, both went along the lines of a more prog death and more progressive death metal route, implicating a lot more clean vocals alongside with more melodic sections and more guitar solos. But this single, as well as the title track to the album, Hymns of Dissonance, both laid the foundation for what can only be described as a pure ass beater of a record. This is one of the most cohesive albums I've heard from a band in a very long time. This band probably put out the best deathcore record of 2025, spoiler alert. Even like with the intro song, Prisoner 666, it's brutal, devastating, really taking us back to the band's earlier sound of Whitechapel, bringing us back to the somatic defilement, This Is Exile, and a new era of corruption, implicating heavy grooves and Phil's demonic vocals. They're disgusting. This is probably one of the heaviest hitting albums of the year. The plethora amount of breakdowns and groove elements to it. I love it when this album is diving into a lot of different elements of metal as well. For example, the song Mammoth God, which is about the sin of greed, it had a much more true metal sounding to it, kind of putting itself more on the lines of traditional metal, taking out the real core elements of what make deathcore core. But being able to still deliver on all fronts with crushing riffs and an insane guitar solo. Even like on the song, The Abysmal Gospel, which is about the sin of pride, they open the song with a borderline punk/grind riff that kicks the listener in the ass almost instantly. This happens a lot throughout this album, really. The band really incorporating a different elements of slam, grind, mellow death, punk. They're expanding out and doing a lot of really cool things. In comparison, a lot of deathcore bands really now are expanding out and doing a lot more different directions, whether it's more blackened deathcore elements like Lorna Shore and Sinestria and Disembodied Tyrant, to more sludgier, downplayed ones like the Acacia Strain, or even going along the lines of like nostalgia MySpace era stuff with Girl of Glass and Psycho Frame and Nine Dead. Really cool for a band like Whitechapel, who's been around for this long, to take these sounds that they've been taking out and bringing it and implicating it to deathcore while still sounding like a deathcore record. I definitely feel like one of the shining elements on this album is Phil's vocal range being expanded out on this record, layering multiple different types of vocal techniques over a different amount of songs, especially on the last track of the album, Nothing Is Coming for Any of Us. It's a real beautiful, almost sorrowful ending to this master roller coaster of a song with blistering drums and insane breakdown. The song kind of just ending with this fading guitar riff that just kind of disappears into the night. I'm giving this album a 9 out of 10. It's a banger. This is easily their heaviest album to date. This is a fine-aged Whitechapel with all the elements from the band's earlier discography sealed tight and left to age, and then just to be popped over by a much more mature and fine-tuned band that's been around for so long and who really knows their craft and been able to go and take it and just do something incredible with it with what they know now. This is the album that fans have truly been waiting for, and I'm super happy that it's finally out. So make sure you go and check out the new album from Whitechapel, Hymns of Dissonance, out now today, March 7th, via Metal Bay Records. And also, Whitechapel is coming back to North America this spring on a month-long headlining tour. That's going to be the Hymns of Dissonance tour, running from March 18th in Raleigh, North Carolina, through April 19th in Atlanta, Georgia. Support being provided by Brand of Sacrifice, Mabel Lates and 200 Stab Wounds, and Alluvial. Just insane stuff. Other releases this week, because this is not the only album that came out this week. We're going to do some mini reviews today, March 7th, including the new EP from Crown Magnetar. This is their new EP, Punishment, out today via Unique Leader Records. The past few singles on this EP, including Decapitation Ritual and Barbed Wire News, are just absolute brutal masterpieces in today's modern deathcore, brutal death scene. Combining elements of slam metal into brutal death metal. It's just absolutely just barbaric, this sound, and I'm absolutely loving it. Make sure you guys go check out their new EP, Punishment, as well. Make sure you go see them on tour this spring alongside Traitors and Yosemite in Black. Also a new release today, Grammy-nominated metalcore act Spiritbox is going to be releasing their new album, Tsunami C, today via Palecore Records. This is the follow-up to their previous album, Eternal Blue. They also did a follow-up to their EP, The Fear of Fear, which was nominated for the Grammy Award. Singer Courtney LaPlante, not making a poppy joke here, really expanding her voice range on this album a lot more, diving into much more of the heavier side of things while we're still implementing the band's prog metal-infused gent riffs, making them the metalcore giants that they are today. This is a band that's been around for a minute now. Courtney knows the scene, she knows how to write music, and she just knows how to write bops. That's kind of how it is. They will be going out on their North American tour as well, with support coming from Loath, Dying Wish, and Gel. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what your favorite song is from any of these new releases is down below. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Go check out the merch. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next album review. Take care, and bye-bye.